Pushanka again in Hollow Knight Silksong. I mentioned in previous video something else, but I wanna get all of remaining mementos, and one of them is for getting whole Hunter Journal, which I fully finished in the meantime, because it's been really boring to see me walking around the map with a list of enemies to kill and all enemies which I haven't fully finished in the journal, well, anyway, in the video before, so I was walking around the map and finishing them off. It's going bad. I'm gonna die. Or not. And I killed all those enemies, and over the last couple of days I was beating Lost Lace daily. I haven't did it. Wait, I did it today actually, because I wanted to get good, and I think I get good, and I tried to beat her with various crests, including I mean all crests I tried, but I only succeeded with Hunter, Wanderer and Reaper. What? I wanted to travel. So I fully finished the journal off screen and defeated Lost Lace a couple more times in the previous video, which is not out yet as I'm recording this one, because I've got a copyright claim to take care of, because previous video has a snippet of Right Round by Florida during the Fleetopia part. What? I could do it before. I sure can. Which copyrights my video, and I had to take care of. I don't use YouTube tools because I don't like them. About all stuff location, all are in. I have them on my phone. And the first one is at the Grand Gate. So first of last steps. Killing most enemies was basically killing one, going to the bench to make it respawn, and repeat the process. It's just ultra uninteresting, and it's not something I really like doing. It's extremely boring. In Silksong is I would say it's even worse. Oh my god, Dresnet, or the Confly, whatever. In Silksong it's even worse because there's more enemies and they're also voided, which makes it even worse. Wait, I've seen that Seth should have been at the Grand Gate. The next area which is noted is Shellwood. So maybe he's in Shellwood, but I think he'd be in the Grand Gate. Because all I know about it is that the last step to get his Memento is beating him in every game in Fleetopia, which is something I'm not really happy about, but I can manage. And in Shellwood he's right next to the place where Clean Grip was found by. And he should be here. Wait, he's not here. Not even above. And it's just a splinter. Wait, he's first in Greymore, not in Grand Gate or Shalwood. Because when I was looking at the Grand Gate, it was about his arena. It's not where I have to find him. Oh, here he is. I think it's the place where Chakra used to be. Hi, Saf. Sir Guardian. He's not a Shrine Guardian anymore, and Seth Goldman isn't credited here and more. My tongue is totally tied. Sir Guardian, I scarcely thought we would meet again after our encounter. Apologies, friend, I fear I don't recognize you, and I'm sure I wouldn't remember such a striking figure. Pay no heed, sir. I seem I mistook you for another. What? You are a traveler through this quaking lands, I take it. I suppose I am indeed. I was born into this world long ago, waking beside a lake with only this weapon laying beside me. Seth is my name, though I know not who gave it to me. The custom of newly born is to explore the world, is it not? So that is what I have set to do. I will rest here at the moment, then continue my journey. The shadow-faced bugs of these desolate caves love to swoop and play, don't they? If only I could understand their beautiful language. He won't tell me anything else. So, Seth got amnesia after getting kicked into the lake? Because surely the lake he means is the one right next to his arena. But I left the room and he's still here. Maybe I need to sit on a bench. Because he's gonna travel across Farloom between various locations. And now he's gone. Now he's in Shalwood. So... Hi dude, now he's here, right where he's supposed to. Oh, hello. Hello. Again, and this time I most certainly do recognize you. It is a pleasure to bump into you here, deep in this serene wood. Do you have a name like I do? Would you share it with me? Say at least, sir, I am Hornet. I notice you gazing at the buds above us. They familiar to you, perhaps? No, not at all. Very beautiful, though. Perhaps I should gather some up before venturing on. I've learned that traveling is not without its dangers, but I find myself wielding my weapon quite adeptly. It's curious the way our instinct can guide us with such precision. But dude, you were kicking my ass with a shield, not only a pin. Maybe you have some muscle memory. So now I need to go to the Grand Gate, right at the after where I already was. Dude, you here? He's not here. The next location is Fleetopia, so... And it's mentioned that if I have completed Ecstasy of the End and got the Emerald Bloom, he's in Fleetopia. Because I have the wiki open right next to me, because it would have been really tedious to find him in a manual way. My god, those mosquitoes in putrefied ducks are so absolutely terribly bad. I hate them. Hello, mate. Greetings, Seth. It is a welcome surprise to see you here amongst these festivities. Oh my god. Hello. I love how he says, hello, hello, hello. Yes, my wandering was long, and I began to fear I would meet my end in those sticky swamps below. Don't blame me, man. I've met my demise several times in swamps below. How lucky I was to stumble upon the home of these friendly revelers. They said I could be a flea here with them, so of course I agreed. Seems as good as a place as any to call home, at least for a time. Now I need to grow a little fur and sprout some wings, eh? Have you tried your claw at these games? Rollicking good fun, don't you think? I wonder if I could score a little high if I tried again. What do you think? Fresh shell, clear sight. The time of fleas spent warm together, faithless and free. Dance and play as fleas passed. Fate darkness sing your friends, the world may fall will be simple blast. I have to do a 56 on juggle. I'll start with juggle, then dodge and bounce, because bounce is fun and juggle is something I truly despise. Let's go. What? Big boy is here. 38. What? Grandma Silk, shut up. Shut the fuck up. I need to scratch my head. And I can't do it. My head. My arm. Torture me. Why every time I do this terrible game, I need to scratch myself? It's pissing me. What? Flea master? Mushka, what are you doing in my swamp? Fucking hell. So close. But so close to what? So close to nothing. Speedster. 53, 2, 3 left. I'm done. Fall on your face. In your face. I won. Vikna, the game is now ended and the flea juggle champion has set even higher score. Tremble aware. Dear fleas and the might of a DM is Hornet. Thank.
Garama!
Hornet. Dodge 90. I did the juggle. I will do the dodge. Shut up! Shut the fuck up! Whatever. Saf, why can't we fight again instead of it? Would be much more fun. Why can't I grab the ledge? I cannot.
God,
It's so
Pashma.
garbage. That's rubbish. I already prefer the flea juggle. I never thought I would say it. But here I am. Once again. I'm done in pieces. Cause those motherfuckers won't let me win second time. What? I didn't use the double jump. What?
Garbage. Pashma.
I agree, Vog. Garbage. That's rubbish! I'm done. I'm so happy. Vikna trial has ended and you have bested your old scorer, Risky's champion. Only bounce left and I had to hit at least 69. But I need to return to my Hunter crest. Don't get me wrong, I like Reaper. Maybe next playthrough I'll do with Reaper, but I'd rather stick to Hunter. I took Reaper because it's easier to bounce off of the big one in the dodgeball, flea ball. Time to flea bounce. I need to scratch my eyebrow and I just started. Get down, perv. Well, that's my absolute high score. You fucking perv. Fuck. Видно, dear one, you do yourself. To beat your previous high score is a marvel indeed. But not enough to beat self. Baby, break the tension. And I broke the tension. And I landed in a detention. I didn't touch the ground, I was levitating.
1 week later.
Pushanka, it's the second part to what I've started previously, which is all mementos. It's gonna be in one of it anyway, so I need to finish what I've started. In it, crack? He says yes. Mamma mia! Get out! Hell nah, fuck this. I'm trying with the Reaper. I wanted to do it with Hunter, I really do. I really wanted, but I'm really tired of it. What is compass is missing? I'm doing the Hunter because I'm tired of it. Doing the easy way. 50 on the first try with the Reaper. Not so bad. Could have been better because I need 69. I'm done, I did 69. Not with Hunter but with Reaper. But Vikna, dear one, you outdo yourself. To beat your previous high score is a marvel indeed. And as well, I've beaten Seth's high score. I really wanted Hunter Crest because it's my favorite one, but I was really sick of it. Well now, how brilliant in all of these fine games you have met my scores and more. What wonder to be here and able to witness the play of such profound talent. Basing your scores proved an immense challenge, Seth. Really an immense challenge, Seth, and yet you seem to have achieved them yourself with a relative ease. You flatter me, but yes, my own aptitude continues to surprise me. So many skills I cannot recall learning. But do not underplay your own achievements, for they too are significant, inspiring even. In fact, for my deep respect, I insist you take this small medallion. I found it within my belongings and know not where I came upon it. But it has most pleasant sense. Let it serve you as a marker of a friendship I feel has only just begun. Thank you, Seth. I shall keep it close. Great Memento. Age Medallion of the Wanderer Seth, a gift given in respect of great skill. What's written about Seth in the journal? I gotta go down. Because I don't think Seth will be anywhere up high. Oh wait, he's here. Eternal Defender of Shalwood Shrine. His pin and symbol show how many marks of their use. He offered a forewarning and challenge a duel with the superior sense by his honor and his skill. I think good. So one thing is done. Another one is to do is beat Sprint Master, which might be difficult, but I know there's a way to cheat it with there's a way to cheat this Sprint Master game with waiting for him to finish his race, then starting my own. But I will try first without any of the cheese, and then I will beat it with a cheese. Because it took me quite a while to do the main ones. Something changed here when I were exploring. Previously there was one. I've seen that there is something about shooting. So before I go to Sprint Master Taylor Swift, I'll try to throw a pin in it. But I need a regular or a curve claw. It will be thematic to throw a curve claw. This looks kinda funny. Dude. Give curve claw? Yes. Curve claw taken. Donald Duck. Where the bloody hell are you? What? And now I have a missing tool. So now I don't have 100%. I do not. I have 99. I'll try to bench. Because bench usually updates the room stuff. And I hope I get something instead of it. It did. Carved sickle. Well, sounds and looks better. Radio sharp bone used by skill hunters to take down dangerous prey. I think good. works, I think, very same-ish. Tax. So now I gotta go to the Sprint Master Taylor Swift. Alright, mate, I'm ready now. Nimblebug, you're too refreshed, and so perfectly timed, for I have a new challenge prepared. The course shall remain the same as last, but to length the laps will be greatly extended. You propose a test of endurance. I have undertaken many in my time. Excellent. Though now for this race I only provide slight rewards for victory. What you say? What say you, Nimblebug? Let us try it fast forth. Yep. Let there might be contest of shells commence again. Let's do it. Well, I lost quick. I lost swift. Oh well, fuck. Way easy, much easier than flea bounce with Hunter's Crest, but I did it pretty effortlessly. Again and again you prove your mastery in Nimblebug, yet I still never tire of the challenge. As reward for such impressive feat of endurance, I have only the small trophy, a memento given by my own speed teacher. Now fully pass to you. I must memento. Now I shall remain and train, and now, though I have no more reward to give, you are welcome to grace my track as many times as you wish. It kinda has small vibes of Gutsy Cars, maybe? Got a trophy awarded by the Sprint Master Swift to the fastest bug in Furlum. Fine, I gotta leave it at home. Cause out of all mementos, I think I have all. There's nothing else here. So, I think we finally have everything done in Silksong. I thought it would take me more time than, I don't know, 10 minutes or less. I'm actually happy that it didn't took more time, because I really want to finish this vid today. I still have unedited 3 hours of the previous one. I promised myself to touch it when I finally be done with everything. And now I think I am. Wait. I didn't go to New. I need to go to Greymore. To the halfway home. Halfway. I always forget to take from New. I'm curious if it's gonna look somewhat similar to the Hunter's Morgue. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Cause Nui isn't anywhere close to what Hunter in the original is, but it might be the same. Come to rest here, Miss Grown Up, then let Nu see your journal, for she is eager to see your cuts. Ooh, Miss Grown Up, your journal is bursting with every sort of creature, overflowing. Surely we can call this complete. To think that such a task could ever be done. So clever is Nu to have set such a fierce predator onto the work. These vital lands hold so much life, and to catalog it all has taught me greatly. It is an effort worth continuing even after I leave this kingdom. Such a hunger is worthy indeed. You and I are of accord and grown up. Hunters both. Our methods are different, but our appetites have become very similar. Nu has for you this token, a symbol of all your efforts, and a marker of your true nature. It carries with it her sweet, sweet smell. True hunter, receive hunter's memento. And now with grown up, the task is done. No must be away. But do not be sour, just think, for only only one land, so many more must hide out there, filled full with beasts and scents and tastes, all waiting to be discovered. For now, her journey is only at the start, and for him with grown up, no wishes to your happy hunting and much, much more. No is leaving Farlum. There's nothing left behind her. The same mark, it looks the same. Seal symbol given in recognition of a true hunter, stamped in sticky goo. Now I can go back to Belhart, because I finally got the memento from Nu. I think the most time consuming is Steps or Nu. I mean, Nu can be acquired while playing the game just fine. Seth has to be done on the side, which makes it a bit more time consuming. The coolest one to get, I think, was either surface or water at the edge. Now I can buy stuff from Fry. Fellow resident, the world quakes and crumbles, but while my shell stays safe, my shop stays open. Personal spa. Given your hard labors, I'm sure your shell would thank you for it. I mean, I don't have anything else to spend my rosaries for. A fine purchase you've made. Allow a moment and we'll get it set up in your bell home. Quite an investment indeed. 1100 rosaries? Really pricey. I can buy a lacquer and gleam lights. And I think I'll go with the gleam lights. Because, I don't know, those look like lights that could be placed on the Christmas tree. And I had some of festive lights hang in my room. Fleetopia, a survivor's camp. I don't think I will do them now. Maybe I will. I like that I can hear the track from my home outside. Well, you know what? I'll buy the paint. I can buy a different color. I think blue is definitely my color. The perfect choice. At least for me. Let me see my home. We made a good start on the painting. Really give us a little more time and your balls be shining like new. So it's work in progress. Those gleam lights really look like little festive lights. And now I have all of mementos, which I think looks great. And it's a hot spring, because it's a spa. Oh, what's this? I think it's just to jump and reach the spa. But I don't need it for it. Even without double jump, I can reach the bathtub just fine. But the ball home is so cozy. So I need to go to a different bench. And the closest one is in the Bellway. I mean Bellway. Yeah, Bellway. Just like the other time. I recently got video on my for you page with ideas for an achievement, and one was to push a beast link into the water in Shellwood. That would be actually so cool. Also, as of right now, I was making Hollow Knight Silksong in a nutshell videos, which are really inspired by this video Hollow Knight in a nutshell by Alaska Assassin. It's a really old video, and I decided to divide mine into 3 acts. Since the game is fully finished, now I wanna talk about what I like and don't like about the game. Starting with immunity frames is something I don't really like, because they're mainly non-existent. When I was killing enemies around the Whispering Vaults, I took quadruple damage because I got hit twice by double damage, and it's really nasty. Characters in Silksong are really cool, I like them. There's more of characters which have a backstory, like Sharma, like Chakra, like the Green Prince. Overall, the big rulers of Forlum, Carmelita, Cross King Khan, Nilef. There is also Saf. There is a lot of characters which are really memorable and really cool, and seeing them is always great, especially seeing Sharma walking around Forlum, or finding Chakra, and encountering Germet and Zaza in the Citadel. It's so great. When it comes to boss difficulty, it's a curve. It's really weird, cause Moss Mother is barely a boss, it's not difficult, it can be defeated quite easily, but Belbeast as a boss is much more difficult and really awkward to dodge. I personally had some problems with the Belbeast fight. And the next fight is Lace, which is basically child's play. Lace should hit double and not Belbeast. It's really easy to avoid Lace's attacks, while Belbeast's attacks are much harder to avoid because of how slow it is. And then comes the 4th chorus, which is pretty easy boss. And then comes the Morrowind, which knocked my ass for a longer while. Then Sister Splinter was relatively easy, and Widow, and with Widow I will end yapping about it. Background blur is, in some places there's too much of it, some places are blurred too much. It wouldn't make a difference whether they would use a gradient instead of blurring a picture. It would look almost the same. I mainly mean Blasted Steps and Mount Fae. And about Mount Fae, the peak of Coral Tower isn't visible on Mount Fae, which I think is really weird, because Coral Tower is still existent during Hornet's time in Forlum. Because it's not working, it's not powered by water, it doesn't mean it's not there, it's still there. I think the quest system is really cool and adds a bit of variety to how people can play the game. Tools are a cool alternative to charm system, but my problem with tools is that there are some tools which are mainly useless, and most of them are yellow tools, and overall from what I've seen, tools are dissected into 3 categories. Red tools are for combat, also weapons. It makes a lot of sense that all the red stuff is a weapon. You can throw them, you can hit them, you can summon a cockfly and smash everything. But the line blurs between blue and yellow tools, because from what I've seen, blue tools should be for defense and yellow for exploration. And not everything in yellow is exploration, and not everything in blue is a defense. I would never say that Long Claw is a defense tool. And some tools I think would really work well as a yellow tool, such as Reader of Bind, and the tool which works like Spell Twister is given by the Flea Master. It should be a yellow tool without the requirement of full health. There is a couple more tools which I would switch between categories. Yellow tools just lack good tools. The only tool which is actually useful is magnetite dice, and it's funny how magnetite dice is beloved by people. A lot of people use magnetite dice, but Kefri Melody in the original isn't really that much used, and they work almost the same. One of my many issues is soundtrack being really one note. There are a couple of standout tracks, such as the tracks in the Citadel and the Accidents theme from the Cylinder. I truly love it. Bellheart and the soundtrack in The Mist and during the Phantom fight. Most of tracks are violin driven, which makes them feel one note. Very backgroundy. I mean, yeah, it's a background music, but it makes the areas feel more of the same than stand out. Loose area placement is something which is a bit weird, cause Wormways feel like it was attached to Bone Bottom at the end of everything to host the Lifeblood experiments by Xylitol. It's just here. It wouldn't make a big difference if it would be placed even lower below Masgrado or somewhere between Sounds of Korak and Blasted Steps. It wouldn't make a difference. Same with Verdania. It could have been put in the place where Wormways are, especially that the area from the trailer which was cut, which hosts the Kragler had the theme which was given later to Verdania. And don't get me wrong, I like the story of Verdania, it's really tragic, even though the area is really annoying on its own, but it could be just placed next to Bone Bottom and it wouldn't change a thing whether it's next to Bone Bottom and Greymore. What Ticket feels like an area which was glued on to put it between Underworks and Greymore. It's a bit underdeveloped. I mean, there is the story of burning bugs, but it doesn't matter much, and the boss in it, Father of the Flame, isn't that much difficult. You cannot heal during the fight, but it doesn't make the fight more difficult by much, especially when you have Magma Bell equipped. One thing which always hits my eyes is how Hornet spin animation looks like, and I've seen it quite a lot when I was doing the flea bounce, and it's really rough. I don't like how it looks. There should be more frames between the animation, and it's a great thing that they work a lot on the game, but this animation should have been polished before the release. It looks too rough. The ending in The Abyss doesn't really end the game, it feels really as a cliffhanger, and it's not a bad thing about Act 2's Nerd Silk ending, cause it's a transition to Act 3, but the ending of Act 3 doesn't end stuff. It feels like it's really open, there is unknown what happened, and yeah, it's an open way to a DLC, but in original Hollow Knight, Dream No More ending felt like an ending. It ended the game, and it felt like the last thing to do. In this case, with Case of Lost Lace, it doesn't feel as much, it's not just as impactful, cause Lost Lace as a boss fight, a final boss, is a bit underwhelming, cause it's a fucking Lace fight third time. She was already beaten twice in Deep Dogs and the Cradle, 3 times the charm, I guess. When it comes to Lace, there is a lack of her throughout the game, and there are those details when Lace is skipped in Deep Dogs. She can be encountered on the bridge which connects Blasted Steps and Shellwood, or on the gate of Sinner's Road, but she isn't really appearing often. She appears mainly when the narrative needs her, and one of places where she would work really well is Exhaust Organ. Exhaust Organ hosted her sister Phantom. There is a needle in memory which can be accessed in the mirror in the Exhaust Organ, so I think it would be cool if Phantom left a mask behind her after her death, and Lace would come to Exhaust Organ to see her sister not being there. Putrefied Ducts and Bilewater are a total shit show. They're not really fun areas, especially Putrefied Ducts. Getting to Fleetopia every time feels like getting through hell. It's a frustration, and I truly despise Putrefied Ducts. And they can be skipped for an ending and a percent. If you don't care about finishing fully the game, you can just skip it. But Bile Water is still there, and Wrath of Purity is accessible only in Purified Ducts, so you need to get a double jump to get there, which is a bit nasty. Maggots are one of my least favorite mechanics in the whole game. They're absolutely annoying. I truly despise them. They shouldn't exist. When it comes to Hornet skills, Clawline is one of them, which usually people like a lot, but and not only mine, but some other people have this problem as well. Hornet uses one silk to use Clawline, but she doesn't get it back when she doesn't hit an enemy, which makes it a bit annoying to use. During an Abyss escape, it's really annoying. It makes the healing much more limited, and it ends up with my few deaths. When it comes to DLC content, because Act 3, as I mentioned before, doesn't really end stuff, and it feels like an open way to Act 4, which I think will be one of the DLCs. I feel like one of the possible ways is to make a DLC where the player plays as Lace. I mean, the last time when they wanted to add a boss as a playable character ended in another game, which is much more big compared to the previous game, to which she was intended to be a playable character. But it would be really cool to play as Lace. At the start of everything, Lace would, let's say the DLC with Act 4, she wouldn't have her skills because she was weakened by, well, getting her ass kicked while fully voided. There is also the stuff with Plasmium Lifeblood, you know, which still has a potential for a DLC. There is a possibility of the Grim Troop appearing in Forlum. I wouldn't like to see it as a DLC on its own, but as a part of something else. And the good place to place the Nightmare Lantern would be with Thicket. Well, Burning Bugs were worshipping fire, so why couldn't they just have a Nightmare Lantern hidden somewhere? I just really like Grim, and it would be, on one hand it would be reusing what has already been done, but it's the same world. And I think the cooler way in the Silksong would be to continue the banishment ending from Hollow Knight, where the Grim Troop is banished from Hollow Nest and reappears in Forlum, is summoned by Hornet, and she finds the Nightmare Lantern in the Wisp Thicket. I just think the Wisp Thicket is really fitting for a place to hit the Nightmare Lantern, and it would make Wisp Thicket, give it a more use, because the only other thing you can find it is a boss who drops a tool, a bone scroll and a mask shard, so it would make it a bit more useful in a playthrough. Catmaster style DLC is probably the one that people want the most, and I don't blame people because it would be really fun to replace those bosses. There are mods for it, I know, I've seen a mod for a Silken Sisters fight, which is Lace and Phantom, but mods are an option, but I think it's better to have those things in the game. I'm curious how the interaction between Hornet and Getseeker would look like. They've met before. It's really interesting to put in the game, where the Getseeker would be in Forlum. In Hollow Nest, Getseeker was hidden in the Junk Pit, in Oral Waterways, and it could be really fitting to put the Getseeker in the Putrefied Ducts. It's a mess full of shit and, well, ducts, waterways, really fitting, but I think it would have been much cooler to put the Getseeker in, I don't know, in the Belvane. Putting Getseeker in the Belvane would make, it wouldn't be a long way to get to the Getseeker if it was in the Belvane, and I think it should have been in the lower Belway, I think. Is Silksong a good game? of course it is, but it has its issues. It's not perfect, but it's perfect. It's perfect in being imperfect. It has imperfections. There are some things that I think I would personally see changed, but they won't be changed, like the background blur, because the background blur is mainly used to save resources for weaker devices like Nintendo Switch, and it's probably the reason why the backgrounds in some places are blurred so much. It takes a bit of depth from res when some backgrounds are blurred too much, but yeah, that's all I wanna say about Silksong. See ya!